Hi Libras, welcome. I'm gonna do the mid-month reading for you guys, and this is the first time I'm doing mid-months on my channel, so I'm really excited about it. But it is a test run, so let me know if you guys like the mid-months or just the monthlies. I really would love some feedback on that. Also, just the monthlies, they're gonna stay the same. I'm not gonna make them shorter or change anything. I'm just gonna keep them the way they are. They've always been for this entire year, so don't worry. This is more of like a shorter version. It's like no, it's like a shorter reading. It's a bonus reading, so it's because often I find myself getting more downloads and more messages for the signs while we're like in the month, and then the monthlies have already recorded, and I kind of have to wait for the next month to show up, and then I kind of want to focus on the energies that will come up then. So sometimes I think you guys would benefit from like an extra reading during the month itself. Not all of you, but definitely some of you. So I'm just gonna add this reading to my channel, so we can talk about energies I'm picking up, or maybe a shift, because for now, for this month, Mercury is about to go retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius. So there's some things that I would like to give you guys like a heads up about. So that's why I'm here doing mid months. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned it in you guys monthlies, but I'm gonna do a live show on Thanksgiving. So in like a spirit of giving back and giving thanks, and I would really like to connect with you guys on that day. I'm gonna do free three card spread readings. I've done that before, like twice, and I really enjoy it. And you guys are just so nice towards each other, and it's just so fun to have like a group of people that connect with each other and very supportive. So I'm very excited about it. So it's gonna be on Thanksgiving, and I'll let you guys know about the time, because I'm not 100% sure when it's the best time to do it because of the time differences. Because I'm in Amsterdam, right? So yeah. um let's get started. Let's get started, because you guys, Libra, I'm so excited because I keep picking up this really exciting energy for you guys. It's coming up. It could be that you're already in it, but I feel like this is this sun that's gonna shine very brightly soon. I keep feeling like the sun card, the Nine of Cups. It's just like, hey, I'm like luck is on your side, I'm feeling. And that maybe it doesn't really have to do anything with like things showing up. It's more of like something internally, something is shifting, something is changing your the way you see things, or the way you feel things, or towards towards the things that keep you out of balance, that make you overthink, or panic, or feel fear, towards. And when you're nervous about it, I feel that you're just sort of like making the shift of like, you know what? I'm gonna look at this differently. And I'm feeling that really strongly. It's like things were like very confusing, and then bomb, the sun is like literally shining on it. And we spoke about this in the monthlies, right? About Scorpio season and things coming to light, and everything that was in the shadows is now out here to look at and to really label it, actually. And getting an opportunity, and most definitely when Mercury is going in retrograde, to really have that deeper look. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, because I want to make sure I'm going to get the messages out really quickly that I got for you guys. During this Mercury retrograde that's coming up, be very careful with internet schemes, online schemes. Be careful with where you purpose, where you go like shopping, online shopping, or like entering contests, like to win something or get something for free and only pay the shipping costs and all of that. Those things are very active at the moment, so double check everything. And if you feel like Libra, you can feel very deeply, very feminine energy, right? Strong intuition. If it's off, if it feels fishy, it's fishy, okay? It's off. So trust that. Better to miss out on something and then to get stuck in something that is okay, Libras, showing up. Better than get stuck in something you can get out of, you know? Also, devices, of course, anything that has to do with electronics and stuff, you know, it can get delays, travel delays, everything. So if you're planning on traveling, just take that extra hour. Just get up an hour early to go an hour early to the airport. So whatever happens along the way or when you're at the airport, it's fine because you got time. Because you already knew Mercury was in retrograde. So you planned it, you know, you took an extra hour in that. So Mercury has his time to play his games and stuff and struggle through this thing called retrograde. And you're good. You know, that's about like knowing certain things and being aware of it can really help you. So leave 50 minutes early to appointments or something because most definitely the chances are big you're gonna need those 15 or 30 minutes, okay? So if you plan ahead, then it's less frustrating. It's just less frustrating because then you can really be like, okay, no, I knew that this could happen, so I got that calculated already, you know, stuff like that. It really is to just keep your inner peace, you know, to just be able to give Mercury its space, you know, to have his delays and stuff happening, and it not literally eating you up inside of like, you know, like that, right? Um, just know that things can happen, and every time it happens, like when you're standing for example in a store and they just like keep ticking on the screen, right, and you just can't, it's like I don't know what's going on, and you're behind the counter and you're like, I know what's going on, I'm not gonna tell you, but I know exactly what's going on. That's Mercury for you, okay? So have like little inner um moments of like, I know it's okay, it will pass. Just 2 or 3 more weeks and we're good. So just know that that can happen. And by just going in your day and going outside and knowing that knowledge, it will help you to just keep yourself balanced. Okay? Look, judge. And I feel judgment with this card, even though it's justice, but I feel judgment because I kept getting judgment. So, justice, Libra, you being in your element, getting back that balance. You see, that's what I felt. It's like that moon and the sun, you know, it's both ways, the dark and the light working perfectly together. The masculine energy and the feminine energy being in balance, you know, and embracing both. So your ego and your soul and your inner peace and, you know, just your fears and the love and everything just vibrating on the same frequency and being in balance and both embracing both. Really feeling you starting to, I sometimes feel that you guys can be indecisive, and that's not because you don't know how to make decisions. You know. The thing is that you're sometimes scared to make the wrong decision instead of the right one, meaning that you don't want to neglect one of the two sides. So it's either all this and then this one maybe feels neglected and the other one. And the thing is that maybe you don't have to choose. Sometimes both can be. So you don't always, when you're a happy person, doesn't mean you're always happy. That means that sometimes you're sad because you're purging, right? You're not neglecting the emotions that you feel sometimes. That doesn't mean that not both of them are in balance. You know, it's, this scale doesn't have to be completely empty for this one to work, right? It's a both. It's an equality I'm feeling. So your masculine and your feminine side can both vibrate. You know, it's we're living in a society that kind of wants to put labels on us and put us in boxes, right? So you're either feminine or masculine, or you're this or you're that, or you're happy or you're not happy, or you're just, it's just so black and white. And you guys are not black and white. You guys like to look at the bigger picture of things, right? So it's an overall energy, it's both working together. And I'm feeling that looking at that differently is instantly make you feel so much more peaceful. Of like, I don't have to be what they expect me to be. You can be like, for example, you could be a singer, and you can be an actress, like, or an actor. It's like you don't have to choose one. It could be both. Because, like, for example, I always like to sort of um, put him as an example. It's like 50 Cent, right? Almost everybody knows 50 Cent. And we may have certain opinions about the way he does things or not, or whatever. But what he represents is really beautiful in a way, is that he is so many things at the same time, because he knows that limiting yourself to just one thing, to just one label, is something that other people put on you. So that's like literally being what people expect of you. He does the things that he feels resonating with, right? He has like he's an actor, very, I think he's pretty good actor. Um because he has a very evolved soul, and he's a cancer man. So yeah, but he's, of course, he started off as a rapper, but it's been many things, and I think everybody has a lot of things inside of them. So sometimes people are like a writer, but they also would love to sing, and then they feel like they have to choose between one or two. Why not be everything? you know who says you can't be more than one thing? And who says that it has to do anything with each other? You could be I don't know, a dentist and a good guitar player, in a band. It's like you can be both. I think that we as a society kind of sort of need to get, wipe off the labels and it's like, even if you get an Instagram account as a business or something, you have to pick one thing. Why one thing? Who is one thing? Like, for example, maybe you're a mother, but you're also somebody's child. You're also somebody's sister, but you could also be somebody's best friend. It's like you are multiple things to different people, is the way you look at it. And I feel, by just knowing that nothing is ever really good or bad, and it's because both are existing, that's what makes it so, right? So I don't know why I'm going in so deeply, but I feel that for some reason you guys are just going in like this spiritual vibe, and just really start to think about certain things, like, why am I actually doing this? You know? And really having those realization moments right now, which is so powerful, because Venus is about to go direct. So um it's actually a really positive energy, but while Venus being in retrograde, we could have really touched more deeply into what's in here. For some reason, it sort of, normally we put a love, towards others, but because it was sort of in retrograde, it was more internally. And I think a lot of self growth and self discovering is happening at the moment, and especially with Scorpio season and Mercury going to retrograde, and this very powerful Scorpio new moon we just had. It's just all energies that's asking us, and of course, North Node moving into Cancer. It's all about what is real, and what is my truth, and really being able to just brush your shoulders off from all the expectations that people put on you. I feel that's really what I'm picking up on, and I'm feeling really becoming a lot more happier in that new state. And it's something you can still work towards, Libras. It's something that's coming up. Let me see. Yeah. You see? Happiness. Feeling like abundant, feeling loved, feeling inspired, and um, fulfilled and happy. That's the thing, what I'm feeling, because it all connects to each other. These cars all connect to each other, because it's like, okay, the balance within, right, is the internal journey. It's like, let me just go and find my own truth, because apparently I got mixed up in all kinds of things that aren't really not resonating with me. And then really looking at the situation of like, why pick, why choose, why can't you be 7 of cups, 7 different cups, and hold 7 different cups? Why do you have to pick one? And I feel that whole pressure of that has been put on you for years, of like, you gotta pick one, what you gonna do. And Libra, you just were not able to really pick and really choose one. And the thing is that by realizing that you can put all those 7 cups into one, and that's what you represent. And if you want to remove one, you can remove one, because it's fluid. Energy is fluid. You don't have to be something for the rest of your life. You could be something for 2 years, and then you pick up something else. Because you're evolving your soul in every different direction and life choice you make, and path and journey you walk on has something else to uh, learn you, teach you. And it's all part of the bigger picture. And that's really what I'm feeling. It's like it's the bigger picture. And I have something else I kind of want to talk to you guys about, even though I feel like I'm trying to keep these readings short. But you know me by now, right? I just can't. There's just so much going on, and I just need to spill it out. I kind of want to talk to the Libras that feel sort of felt connected right to the monthlies for November. If you haven't seen that one, then maybe it's a good idea to go check that out as well. If you want to, of course, not pushing you. When it came to reclaiming your own personal space and your personal power, and not just keep living a life and a day-to-day basis where it's all about other people's needs and other people's things, right? And just catering to them, and being a sign of service, and like that, and care, because you guys care so deeply. And sometimes you can get a little bit mixed up into that and forget about your own needs. And the thing is that for some of you guys, I really feel that you've been disconnected from self, and I feel you've been feeling out of balance, even though that is sort of like, the ebb and flow of Libra energy. It's a different out of balance. It's an out of balance of really not being able to touch in with yourself, of putting somebody's needs first, whether that's your home situation. So maybe you have a husband or a wife, or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. Maybe you have daughters or sons, or children in general, and it's very easy for that to slip in, over years, to let it to have that slip in of like, you just being, everybody's just always calling you when they lost something, or when they need something, or when they need to, I don't know, we need to take them to gym class or whatever, right? um I want you to ask yourself and try to, because this energy is really here right now in these coming weeks, really try and go back to the point where you, for the first time in this relationship, that's doing that, right? That's making you feel like that. If it's not applying to you, then maybe it's not for you, but I really want to make sure I get this out. When was the first time you made that decision, or a decision and a choice, to put their needs before yours? Or when, what was the moment you add something? I'm sorry, I have to say it differently. I'm sorry. While I'm speaking, I'm getting like a vision. So that's why. Um, when was the moment you were actually in balance and happy? The last time, like a month where everything was just really bright and everything felt so clear to you, right? And your life was a certain way. You had a certain people in your life at that moment in time. What did you add? I'm not asking you what left. I'm asking you what did you add to your life that was sort of like the start of this imbalance feeling, like this unbalanced feeling, because often we think about things that we lost that brought us out of balance. It's something you added in your life. It's something you add because there's something in your life that's causing this error of being out of balance and not feeling any peace. So, what is it in your life right now that's here? Is that a way of thinking? Is that a person? Is that an experience or something? It's like, what is here that we need to release so the balance can restore? Because your natural state of being is in a peace. It's not about adding anything to your life. And I'm going to make a different video about this because it's such a deep thing to talk about. But Libras, I just wanted to make sure I leave that with you to sort of meditate on. If you feel connected to it, it's like, wait, what is this? Who is this person actually that's brought me out of balance? And I remember the last time I've actually felt really good and really happy, and then I got into this relationship, or then I started this. I met this friend, and actually he or she has been sort of always gossiping or always doing, and just it brought me back out of my inner peace, and I got sort of more drawn towards the drama, towards the being judgmental towards myself and others, and really focusing on the way I look instead of the way I feel, and stuff like that. It's just try and meditate on that a little bit and just look at it and write it down maybe, and just be really honest. And if you're scared to write and be honest and then somebody may read it one day, write it down, put it in an envelope and burn it. Okay, it's okay. You just need to be able to really write freely, to let it out, because I know sometimes you guys are really like, careful with with the way you say things and stuff, but it needs to come out. It needs to be raw, real, it needs to be raw. So yeah, Libra, I'm sorry if this was a little bit all over the place, but it's just coming in like this. So like I said, it's a bonus reading. I hope you guys, it was helpful maybe. But just remember, this is coming up. So really good feels, like I said, like Sun card, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, all that energy I'm feeling. So don't worry, it's not like I'm trying to make you guys, fear what's coming up. It's not. Remember to be careful. Remember to chill and relax. Mercury is a retrograde. Let's just be nice to him, okay? It's okay. It's gonna be fine. Don't get frustrated. And if you do, just laugh about it 5 minutes after, okay? Because like, shit, it got to me, okay? And then just laugh it off and relax. Okay, thank you, Libra, so much. I hope to see you guys with the live session on Thanksgiving. And if not, then I'll see you guys back for the monthlies of December, okay? I love you guys. Bye.